You do use it?
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
So it's a shoulder cut.
Shoulder
cuts. So what I want to show you is its versatility. And there's just a couple of tricks with understanding it to get the best outcome from it. So we'll go through that together.
You come in closer if you want. It's okay.
So it's the shoulder, as I said. So when we talk about the bowl blade, it's a part of the clod, the whole blade. So here would be the oyster blade. Have you used an oyster blade before?
Oyster blade.
Oyster blade?
We're using the oyster blade also.
Okay, so that sits right there, the oyster blade. That's important to know because the meat direction is running that way.
Yes.
So when you look at it, ideally you think, oh, maybe I can cut this way, but cannot. The meat is actually running in this direction. So we need to cut against the grain. So to prepare it, primarily it's 90% one muscle, but there's some shoulder muscle here and a strap muscle around the outside. So to get the best potential catering opportunity with this, I'm going to remove that side muscle, that chain muscle, and then we're going to trim the meat and then cut it into two pieces and roll them. And we're literally going to make 2 round rolls. So from that, it's either a really good quality Wagyu roast meat, or you can also do like a steak sandwich type of product from it. So again, prime rib, slow cooked, cut to order, flash fried on the grill to serve to a customer. Very good application. So the key selling point is Wagyu. It's a Wagyu, and the best thing about 4-quarter meat, flavour. Lots and lots of flavour. This will be really quite tender for you. Alright. So again, when I'm butchering, the important thing is we find where all the muscle separations are, and usually you do that by your hands. You don't worry about the knife until you know where it is. So we want to remove that little shoulder muscle, and I want to remove that chain muscle there off as well. You can see this one is what does this, so it's very, very tough. So we're going to remove that off the edge there as well. So first up, we'll remove that side muscle. And if I just use my knife, you can see it running around the edge there like that. Not very big, but you really want to remove it if you can. You can see the fibres of the meat, very tough. So only good for the mixer.
Okay, so for such a small little piece of meat, it could actually ruin the way the whole meat eats. So that's why it's...
So if you leave it on, the meat will actually change shape.
When you're cooking it.
So now we want to remove this shoulder part here. So again, just find out where the natural separation is. Just use our knife to follow through with that. Really good dice meat. So if you're doing a braised meat, very good. Also good for burgers. Mince that up, it's a good burger meat. In fact, we'll combine it with some of that navel and brisket.
Hold that for a burger.
Yeah, mince that up.
Yeah.
But I'll show you a second technique later with some other parts. So that's a bowl blade. I'm just going to clean the top off. Have you heard of the term petite tender? Petite tender?
Probably not.
It's a little loin muscle that just sits there. But basically, we'll just remove that stuff off the outside. All that can go in towards the burger as well. Burger meat. When I'm removing the silver skin off this, it's best to try and let the knife do all the hard work. So you'll find if you can just hold onto that loosely and allow the knife to do the work, you'll find you can remove that silver skin quite efficiently without losing too much yield. this is, the silver skin is really not much good for, so it's soup or
Stock something.
stock, yep.
Yeah.
But your lean meat obviously can and your fat can. So we're just going to look at the top there now. We remove this muscle here, is what we call red bark. So it's actually quite tough as well, but we just remove it, just a small amount of it. Goes in that section. And then I'm just going to trim up the fat so we have a nice white sort of sheen to it, so it looks good. Can all go into there. Beautiful wagyu whiteness to that fat, looks so good. Okay, from there, the most important thing is to cut against the grain. So if we're going to cut steaks out of that, if we go that way, the grain is running that way. It means that if the customer bites into it, they have to chew through every single fibre. If we go across the grain, that means the customer can bite between the fibres. So you shorten the fibre length, and it gives the orientation of the meat. Customer can bite between the fibres. It means the whole eating quality changes completely. So even though that would be the ideal, easiest way, or if you roasted it, it would be nice to cut it that way. The only thing to remember is which way the meat is running, and that's the way you would cut it. But we're going to do a value add on this. We're going to take it one step further. Take the knife, we're going to produce 2 logs, so we have something that's more suitable for food service. So roughly about a half. One will be bigger than the other. And marbling, it's a nice piece of meat.
Hey?
It's a really nice piece of meat.
Yeah, good marbling on that one.
You've got just a little bit of silver skin, the start of it on top there. We'll just remove the first little part of that. After that, it just tapers away, it's not so important. But there we have one area. And now just by applying a bit of pressure, we can actually break down the structural component, the fibre component of it. And that way we make the meat more malleable, more mouldable. If you're having a bad day and you don't like chefing, Chef. Oh, sorry, Chef, I didn't mean that. Could you just rewind that little part?
Delete.
So what that does, it just helps you see now the shape, what's happened, and see now also the difference it's made to the length. From a catering point of view, you've got so many more portions.
And now you've got the right direction to cut.
Yeah, and the important bit, you have the right direction to cut the meat. So once you get it to that point, we can use the cling wrap. If you want to be really clever, we can season this, wrap it in parchment, vacuum pack it, and sous vide it. Sous vide as long as you like. Then when you're ready for service, you just take it out, roll it around on the hot plate to give the colour, caramelisation, season it. And then either a roast beef or you cut a steak off that charred griller and serve it as like a prime rib sort of style. Meat will be juicy,